My name is Masterclasses, and welcome to another edition of my Light Talk vlog. I am currently in Perth, in quarantine in a hotel, and I had previously recorded a vlog just before I left from Singapore, which I had recorded outside in daylight in the East Coast Park, because I wanted to stress the importance of being outside, specifically now when there's so much lockdowns. Only to end up going to Perth. I suddenly got approval to travel, so I didn't get around to post my earlier vlog. So hence this short introduction. I'm now in Perth. This is the background of what I can see from my room. I'm locked up in my hotel room for 14 days. I've already done my first week. But it only stresses even more the importance of daylight. At least I can sit out here in the sun, but I can't go out. I can't even open the window, so I don't have any fresh light, any fresh air. Yeah, I'm managing. But I just wanted to give this quick introduction on my previous vlog, which will follow straight after this. Which stresses, amongst other things, about the importance of natural daylight, something that we are pushing quite heavily through our daylight streaming and tunable light options in our projects. I think it's really important, and now that I'm locked down myself for 2 weeks, confined in this guest room from the hotel, I even appreciate daylight even more. So happy viewing, and I hope to report back later on once I get out of my hotel quarantine. And welcome to another edition of Light Talk. This time, as you can see, change of scenery. I'm outside, taking advantage of the easing of restrictions in Singapore. We are now in stage 2 of the reopening. And I take this opportunity during my morning walk, which I religiously have been doing for many years now, to record this vlog. You probably may hear some noise in the background. There's quite some activity going on in the park here at East Coast. But it's a nice environment to be. I love being outside in nature. And one of the reasons I have my morning walks every single day nearly, and certainly in the last couple of months with the lockdown, I have been doing that religiously, is to get my daily dose of daylight. It's something that I've been promoting for the last 10 years. When I first came out with one of my very first blogs, I talked about the daily dose of daylight need that we have to complement our biorhythms, being inside a lot of the time, and not being outside and exposed to daylight. It's really important, and certainly now with the COVID pandemic, focus on well-being is something that is really important. More and more operators and facilities managers we are seeing are more interested and getting more interested in this well-being aspect. We have dived into that, and we are looking into how we can help these operators and facilitators integrate well-being systems, specifically the reproduction of natural daylight that's so good for our circadian rhythms and our biosystems in our human body. We of course all know the tunable light. It has been along for quite a while, which is basically looking at using cool and warm light and mixing it up to get these various tones that you get during the day. But it's quite artificial. The next step up that exists is companies like Signify with Nature Connect and Coilux that are reproducing natural daylight through skylight effects, adding RGB into their color mix to make it even more natural. And there's another step up that we have dived into recently. We have teamed up with another company from Sweden to look at daylight streaming. This is a totally new concept where basically you take video streaming from outside and you stream it live through your lighting. You could comparing with Spotify, where your speaker reproduces sound that you can download. We are looking at light speakers, where light can reproduce or stream light live from the exteriors. I think it's a great concept, and we are developing that currently as an option to propose to our clients. If you want to know more about it, please contact me. But it's a really exciting new concept with a lot of potential. What else have we been doing? UVC is also at the top of the list. I think the market is going pretty crazy at the moment. There's hardly one UVC light to get. It's totally sold out. We ordered ours, I think, 2 months ago. We're still waiting. We were developing systems that can be used. But there is a big warning to all this, because UVC is a serious science. The use of it, the application of it, it's a dangerous application that's detrimental to our body, so you can't really be exposed to it. So there's a need for good understanding and good knowledge before you apply that. And unfortunately, there's a lot of cowboys around that are trying to sell UVC just to make a quick buck, but it's something that really needs to be studied. Rather than motion sensors, you need absence sensors or non-motion sensors, the other way around. You need to know that there's nobody in the room, and not just that somebody's entering the room. So it needs to be reversed, so there's a different strategy to all that. And you really need to read up and research up on it. And we have teamed up with a number of people that are very knowledgeable on this, and to make sure that we recommend our clients proper solutions, and not something that's just a quick buck making from selling UVC lights. So we've been really busy with that also in the last few months. We have seen manufacturers come up with all kinds of solutions, some of them with patent pending, like ours also is also patent pending. But the thing is that there's a lot of opportunity there. We have seen downlights with LED UVC in it. So combination of architectural white light with UVC, which in itself is not a bad idea, but the inefficiency of LED UVCs is quite big. They tested the results for disinfection, but they tested it from 20 centimeters distance, which is a totally different thing than testing it from a ceiling of 2.5 meters high if you want to use downlights. But it's all moving, and I mean, from the ceiling, in that particular downlight case, it will probably need 2 hours to disinfect 2 square meters, so it's not really efficient. But things are moving, as I said, and a lot of things are happening in that field that are worth keeping an eye on. Otherwise, I've been really busy with my masterclasses. We're about halfway. We started end of June, and we'll finish up in the first week of August. Really exciting. That's why also you haven't seen much of my Light Talk vlog recently, because I've been really concentrating in getting my masterclasses done, finished and recorded. Because we use pre-recorded sessions and then have live Q&A afterwards. We find that this is the most effective way to do it, and we heard from other platforms that they're doing it the same way. Record the actual session with your presentation, and then you just play the recording, and at the end you do the question and answers. That's what we're doing. I'm now about to complete my last few modules in recording, and then from there we'll finish it up. It's been a really exciting journey to do that. It was something that I wanted to do for a long time, and now actually doing it is very satisfying. Specifically if I see how many people have signed up. There's still time to sign up if you want. We'll display the link later on. But if you sign up, you don't necessarily have to listen to the live events. You can just go in there. It gives you access to all the modules that have already been presented. And as soon as the live event is over, that recording will be available as well. And the other bonus is that if you sign up, you get free download of my 2 books. You can also get the books as a hard copy, but then I have to charge you the freight cost. But they're free of charge. Or if you're in Singapore, you can come and pick them up if you have registered for those courses. So that was the Masterclasses, nearly there. I've also participated in Messe Frankfurt's digital forum in the Middle East recently, a couple of days ago, where we discussed the future of lighting design, what the digital transformation means. A very interesting panel discussion, which I was very fortunate to be part of. That also should be online somewhere. I'm sure if you go to the Messe Frankfurt Middle East or Light Middle East website, you will find the link and you can review that. Very interesting. There are other modules that have been presented there as well. So there's a lot of interesting things going on inside webinars. Yeah, I first was a bit skeptical about all that, but I think it's a time to enrich yourself, to listen in, and you can be, of course, very selective to what you listen to, but it's a good time to learn and to recalibrate yourself, refocus yourself, learn the things that you feel will impact the future of lighting design or your profession or whatever you're doing right now at this moment. So that's it for us. We're still luckily very busy with our projects, so no letdown there, fingers crossed. Hopefully with the refocusing of our services, taking into account things like well-being and UVCs and what people want in the digital future, we'll get through this all together, and we'll come out smiling at the end of this. I wish everybody a safe journey. Stay well, be careful, stay motivated, stay positive. Speak soon.